Hello, welcome back. It is day 14. We are at the end of our week 2, setting SMART goals for each of our 6 pillars of lifestyle medicine. Today we're on pillar number 6, which is social connection. We kind of got a sneak peek to social connection yesterday with our restorative sleep and social connection kind of overlap that we chatted about when we were looking and reviewing one of the articles yesterday. But today I want to once again kind of start with a couple of pieces of literature, and then we'll jump into our SMART goals. So today we are on pillar 6, social connection. So let's take a look here. We'll take a look at the left-hand side. This is a paper called Why Social Relationships Are Important for Physical Health, a Systems Approach to Understanding and Magnifying Risk and Protection. So this little image that I clipped out from the article is really just a definition of social connection and kind of the components of social connection. So we'll take a look at the 3 boxes that are blue, green, and yellow. So we'll take a look at the green box, structural. So this is the structural component of social connection. So what is the structural component? It is the existence of and interconnections among different social relationships and roles. So examples of this are marital status, social network, social integration, living alone versus social isolation. So these are kind of the physical structures that we have in our life that can either contribute to social connectivity or lack thereof. The functional aspect is the blue box in the middle. Functions provided by or perceived to be available because of our social relationships. So this is like what our social relationships do for our day-to-day lives. So the perceived support and the perceptions of social support, as well as perceived loneliness. So kind of based on the structures that we are integrated with on our daily life, these are kind of the functional perceptions that we have of kind of what these relationships provide or do not provide for our daily lives. And then quality, the positive and negative aspects of social relationships. So marital quality, relationship strain, social inclusion or exclusion. So we really do, in order to feel the most benefit from our social connectivity, we need a balance of these 3 things. And we need kind of optimization of these 3 things. So if we have structural supports, so for example, social networks, they need to be of certain quality in order for us to have the perceived and actual functional and social support provided by them. So kind of just a definition or overview of what social connection is. On the right-hand side, I want to look at a clip from a paper titled Social Isolation in Childhood and Adult Inflammation, Evidence from the National Child Development Study. So this is a very interesting study that was conducted in the United Kingdom, and I'll read this aloud. The National Child Development Study in the UK found that social isolation in children ages 7 to 11 predicted higher midlife rates of CRP, a reliable marker of inflammation associated with coronary heart disease, CHD, depression, and type 2 diabetes. So super fascinating. They polled and kind of surveyed children 7 to 11 years old and followed them through their lifetime and found that higher levels of social isolation have a direct relationship with these markers of inflammation. And this marker of inflammation has a very known connection to certain diseases later in life. So just super fascinating how important social connection is throughout our entire life, specifically in childhood as well. So just interesting little tidbits of information to look at. And now we'll take some examples of some SMART goals. So example number 1 for social connection, we have a specific goal. Spend 30 minutes daily talking to a family member or friend. Measurable, we can track our completion using a log. Achievable, we can set a specific time for meaningful conversation. So whether that be our lunch break, we try to give somebody a call during our lunch break, or as part of our wind down routine in the afternoon. Maybe right as we're preparing dinner, you can set your phone up on the counter on speakerphone, and as you're preparing dinner in the afternoon, chat with a friend or family member. Just finding a specific time in the day. Relevant, this strengthens our personal relationships, and time-bound. We can give this a try for 4 weeks. We can give this a try for a couple of days. We can give this a try today and see if we can go forward from there. Example number 2 for social connection. Specific, join and attend a weekly social gathering or activity. We can track our attendance weekly and select an activity of interest, such as a book club, fitness group, or family dinner. So I think this one's really, really great where a phone call or a face-to-face meeting Truly the face-to-face aspect of this really plays a huge role. It improves our social bonds as well as our mental health, and we can give this a try for 8 weeks. So it's hard to find the time to do things face-to-face, and that's why this objective we can try for maybe once a week type of activity. But I think book clubs, fitness groups, family dinners, trying to coordinate something weekly at a specific time every week, which with a specific group of people can be very beneficial for our mental health and social connectivity. So these are just a couple of examples. We will revisit this concept of social connection next week when we look at evidence-based medicine, and then in our last week we'll give some more examples and put things into practice. So this concludes our week 2, our SMART goals. So I challenge you to try to craft a SMART goal. First off, to pick a pillar that you're interested in trying to tackle. Pick one pillar, pick 2 pillars. Don't worry about picking all 6. That would be way too much. But just try and write down a SMART goal, post it on your refrigerator, put it on your phone, something along those lines, and we can track our progress over time. All right, thank you, everyone. We'll see you tomorrow when we introduce our evidence-based medicine for week 3. Have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.